this. I don't necessarily recommend it. But in many cases, we would be better off when we look at the pH and the alkalinity of this. Well, there's many folks that have used the green drinks not for losing weight, but for losing acidity. Because what happens is when you start losing the acidity of the body, the weight just naturally comes off. You see the transformation that then takes place. Even animals can start this alkalizing process and need that. It'll extend the quality and quantity of life of all of our domestic animals. Even animals in the wild need to start moving to more of these green foods and green drinks. And a lot of the animals I'll show you here in a minute that I've worked with. So when we're looking at this pH scale, here we have a listing then of acidic foods. This is what happens to us, right? Isn't America getting fat? I don't even like saying that. It doesn't make sense to me. America is very acidic. And not only does it affect how we look, but it also affects how we feel and how we think. I mean, we're seeing, so many crazy things happening in the world today. What is happening to us? I believe what is happening to us is what we're eating and what we're drinking is having a serious impact to our thought processes. So the acidic foods versus the alkaline foods. This is what happens when we move to a more alkaline diet. Do bananas get sweeter or more sour as they're fermenting? Yeah, they get sweeter, don't they? And the reason why is because they're melting into sugar. When cells are breaking down, they release an acid called sugar. Okay? Whether anything with an OSC, fructose, glucose, sucrose, dextrose. What's that? Fructose? Maltose. All of these are the acids from the breakdown of those particular foods. And those metabolites can break down to acetaldehyde and ethanol alcohol, which are serious neurotoxins. So the cravings are the body's signal that it needs more sustainable energy. Have you ever had a craving that you've associated with sugar? You say, I need something sweet, right? When you say that, try something salty and watch what happens to you. It's quite remarkable. Our choices will determine whether or not cravings will lead to true sustainable energy or false energy. We can choose sugar or we can choose salt. Sugar gives us false energy, where salt gives us sustainable energy. To take or to suggest salt needs to be eliminated from our diet is probably one of the worst things that's ever been suggested by medical science. Salt is the matrix of energy distribution. Salt is the element that makes all thought and movement possible. Salt is the foundation for the hydration and alkalinity of the extracellular and intracellular fluids. Salt is foundational in manufacturing other elements and compounds such as potassium. The equation is salt plus oxygen gives us potassium. Salt plus hydrogen gives us magnesium. Salt plus chloride and water plus carbon dioxide gives us sodium bicarbonate and a waste product of acid, hydrochloric acid. Salt is the element that provides the matrix for which endocrine glands communicate and function. Without salt, there is no thought, there is no energy, there is no organized life. Without salt, there is no soul. Salt is what keeps the spirit and the physical matter connected. Salt is our savior for our physical body, and it's part of of the cow's program and a very integral part. To support our endocrine system, which is our energy system. It's the wireless system that sends information signals to various parts of the body via what? A matrix of salt. Is there any question that our tears are salty, that our sweat is salty, that our blood is salty? And what is it salted with? It's salted with sodium chloride, right? Salted with salt. Hormones are the poisonous acidic waste products of endocrine glands when consuming energy and during glandular communication. You wouldn't say to your car, geez, you're not producing any carbon monoxide, you need more carbon monoxide. When you realize that with the car, it needs more gasoline in order to run. Thus, we wouldn't say, geez, you're not producing any estrogen or testosterone, let's give you more estrogen or progesterone or testosterone or DHEA or whatever the hormone is, because that's the hormone that makes these organs function. We're dealing with the waste product rather than that particular gland. When that gland is functioning properly, yes, there is estrogen released just as carbon monoxide is released as a waste product of that particular organ's function. So no one needs more acidic hormones. One only needs more energy. And that energy can only be translated or transferred by a conduit of salt. So health is energy and energy is health, and the endocrine system is the body's backup energy system. I wish I had more time. I could share more with you on diabetes. We're having tremendous success with diabetes because we realize what it is. Diabetes mellitus, translated, means to melt into sugar. Well, we now know what causes people to melt into sugar: acid. And as we raise alkalinity in the body fluids, we can reverse type 2 and even type 1 diabetics, even those who have been doing diabetes for many, many years. Heart disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. Acids from our lifestyles and diets, what do? They tenderize and weaken our heart. The heart is a muscle. A weak heart muscle is only possible when it's being marinated in acidic soup. Isn't that what happens to our muscles when we stop exercising? The acids that are being thrown off from the blood literally tenderize those muscles, turning them into soup. This is why cancer will never exceed heart disease in the number of deaths. Your heart will fail before you end up with a cancer state. Well, here's the study that most medical docs are relying on. 1986, it's showing the increase, age-adjusted, 6 years, coronary heart disease death rate per 1,000 men. As you see, as cholesterol goes up, what happens? Deaths go up. So the medical profession and the pharmaceutical companies have been using this, but here's the new study. It's showing as cholesterol goes up, okay, we're seeing total cholesterol serum here, non-coronary heart disease in the blue, coronary heart disease, we're seeing as cholesterol goes up to the 300s, 350 and 400s, we'll notice that coronary heart disease actually reduces. Why? Because cholesterol, even low-density lipoproteins that have been termed what? The bad cholesterol? LDLs? Actually, LDLs are good cholesterol. Just thought I'd let you know. And why are they good? They're buffering the acids that are being produced from our lifestyle and diet. To naturally lower blood cholesterol is very simple. Lower your acidic diets, lower the acidic lifestyle and dietary habits, and you'll naturally then bring down the cholesterol levels. The body releases cholesterol in the bloodstream to buffer these metabolic and dietary acids. We proved this with Marin Hell, who, while having a family history of hypercholesterolemia, she lost 70 pounds. You'll see in this study here, if I can get December 96, the cholesterol was 441. Her ratios went from 9 down to 1.7. Look what happened to the LDLs. 357 to 129 with no medication. How did we do?